Well, hello, everybody. We welcome you back to this edition of News You Can Use. I'm your host, Thera Martin-Milling, and I am so glad for this opportunity to shine the spotlight on the Global Leadership Charter Academy. You are awesome. Dr. Naomi Booker is here. She's my soror of Alpha Kappa Alpha and the distinguished leader and founder and mother in charge, if you will, at GLA. Congratulations on 10 years.
Thank you. Thank you. 10 years. We're celebrating 10 years Global Leadership Academy Charter School in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We've been around since 2007, and we've served 700 children a year over the last 10 years. So you can count and see how many children we've served as we prepare future leaders of the world.
And you have a waiting list that's to die for.
We had 1,400 people this year apply for 100 seats.
Wow.
And 75 of those seats were kindergarten. So you see there was only 25 seats across the grades. Our parents are satisfied, and that's the thing about
the word is out on you. The word is out on you. You got a good operation over there. You don't take no mess. When I walk into the building, if I'm walking in any kind of bent over, I immediately straighten up and with pride and hold my head up high, because you're kings and queens, you're scholars. They know how to act in there because they know Dr. Booker don't take nothing but the best behavior, attitude, spirit, energy.
Right.
And so it's just beautiful when you walk in the door. The people at the front desk are always gracious. They're also very professional, and they want to see all your ID and all of that, because you're keeping our children safe. Keeping our children safe.
They say getting in our building is like getting into Fort Knox.
And I like that. As a parent and a grandparent, you're darn right, I like that. I want to know that my little ones are safe. The school building itself, it's like brand new. It's like super modern.
Well, it's actually, you know, it was built in 2011. So it is.
I call that brand new.
It's brand new by standards, but it is modern, but it's also wanting to be a fun place for children to come to school. You know, they should want to be there. You know, it's bright, the colors, you know, the outside of the building. You know, when you walk in through the glass doors, the skylight, but there's a reason for that. On the floor is a map of the world, and then at the dome lets you see the stars. So for children to go through that front door, they're standing on top of the world, and the stars are where they go. So, you know, you put that in their head from the beginning, and they believe it, you know, because that's who they are. They are the ones who are the leaders of the world. And if we don't do that for them now, we rob them of their future.
Yeah. And when you talk about global, worldwide, your young people don't just come to school and sit at the desk every day from 8 to 3 or whatever the hours are, and then go home, and then that's the end of it. Some of your students, they actually take wing and fly.
Oh, absolutely. Our children travel from kindergarten through 8th grade.
Oh, excuse me.
So, yes,
excuse me.
So kindergarten to 2nd grade, they travel Philadelphia. And then 3rd and 4th grade, they travel Pennsylvania. 5th grade goes to DC. 6th grade travels by bus to Atlanta for the Civil Rights Tour. 7th grade travels by bus to Canada, because you have to have a passport by 7th grade at GLA. And then 8th grade, we get on a plane and we fly to the Bahamas on a cruise ship, by the way, because we're going to see the African diaspora and the artifacts that are left. So all of this travel, expeditionary travel, is tied into our global studies curriculum, which we wrote, which is related to the social studies standards. But the idea is that children will study 3 countries a year, and then they will relate it to who they are, and then they will travel to see those places. So if you think about it as a child, you remember the things that you saw, you know, not something out of a history book. So if I'm thinking about, like today, our children do not know much about Dr. Martin Luther King. We just got back from our civil rights tour because they studied the civil rights fight that we had. Now, when you get to Atlanta and they go into his church and they walk to where he was buried, and you go to Memphis and you see where he was murdered, you know, this is all something that stays with them forever.
Sure.
And children, when we sit in his church, they'll come to me and they'll say, Dr. Booker, can you take a picture of where I'm going to sit right here where Coretta Scott King sat? Now, you think they won't remember that for the rest of their days? Of course they will. And so that's why we do. If we're trying to take them out of their 10-block radius, out of West Philadelphia, North Philadelphia, wherever you are, just so they can see the world and they can enjoy the opportunities that are there for you if you go seek it. And that's why we do what we're doing.
Now, you've had students go to China and some other.
Well, we have a group going to China Sunday.
Oh my God.
So they're actually geared up to go to China. They're going to Beijing. They're going to Shanghai. They are actually going to be in Disney World for the opening of the Disney World in Beijing.
Oh my. What an experience.
What an experience, right? So when they come back, they'll say to us,
need any more chaperones?
they'll say to us, go to DC. Come on, we want to see the rest of the world. Last year, we took 9 children to Kenya, East Africa.
Yes.
Because we have an orphanage there, and which we partnered with Bethlehem Baptist Church, and we went with a group last year to that. So we have international travel that we've just added to our program. Next year we'll probably be going to Mexico, and then we'll come back because we teach Mandarin and Spanish at the school.
Yes.
And then of course our roots are in Africa.
Yes. That is so awesome and wonderful. So now for parents or grandparents or other caretakers of young people who are watching right now, it's too late for them to support your fundraiser, which is happening on Wednesday,
It's never too late.
May the 3rd, the fabulous event that you're having at the African American Historical Museum, downtown Center City. However, like you said, it's never too late because people can still, if you're really interested, if you're passionate about education and supporting young people with these trips and all that, that stuff doesn't come cheap. But you'd like to write a check to the school to contribute, to support the vision and the dreams and the real work that's happening through the vision of Dr. Booker, they can write a check, make it out to Global
Leadership Academy. You can go online and use your PayPal, your credit card. Our website is www.glacharter.org, or you can mail it to the school at 4601 Girard Avenue. And I invite people to come to the school. Come and see us. Come and see what education is supposed to be for the children in this city. We are a charter school, and you know we're in a fight about it, but we're just trying to provide the best education possible.
Yes.
Our 10th anniversary is this year. On Wednesday, we're celebrating it at the African American Museum. If you can't come, donate. Every $25, $10, whatever you have, because our children are not, they're urban children, but they're not high level. So we're taking them, and the average trip is about $1,000. So that's what our fundraiser is about, to raise money. We also have another school that we just inherited this year at 52nd and Pine, Global Leadership Academy Southwest. And guess what? They're going on their first excursion this year, and we've only been in business with them for 6-7 months.
Wow.
So they're going to Canada June 5th.
Okay.
So all this money, you know, we're doing that. We have several events coming forward. We have June 2nd at the Belmont Mansion. We're going to have a wonderful party there, and we would invite people to come to that.
Okay.
And then on Saturday, if you're looking for a job, come to our hiring fair at GLASW at 52nd and Pine from 9 to 12, or go online and apply.
Okay.
And because we're looking for awesome teachers who want to prepare future leaders of the world.
Okay, and now that job fair for instructors, for educators, for teachers, that's this Saturday, May the 6th.
Yes, right.
Okay, so this program, people will see it this week. It starts tomorrow, running on the air, and it's on every day, different times, and so people will see about it. So teachers out there, you're viewing, maybe you took a sabbatical for a year, whatever, you want to get back up on the horse of education, then you may want to do it at the Global Leadership Charter Academy. It's going to be good, and the job fair is this Saturday, May the 6th. What time?
9 to 12 at
12.
5200 Pine Street in Southwest Philadelphia.
Okay.
And you know what? Teachers who want to teach, come be with children who want to learn.
I love it. That sounds so good to me. Now, I don't know if this already happened or not. I was just on your website a couple of days ago. Something about a big march you all were doing through the city. Did that occur already?
Not through the city yet, but we're going to be in Harrisburg on Monday with the Keystone Alliance, which is our charter. We're going, trying to get to the legislators to really see what charters are about. Stop listening to the naysayers and the people who don't really know. Listen, all charters are not perfect, but neither are all school district schools. So, we want the best educational places for all children. So don't knock down one just because you think that the other is not. That shouldn't be. It's about children. It's not about money. It's about children.
Absolutely. Any advice that you would give to parents real quickly as we're coming to the end of the school year, and I know children are happy we're out of school over the summer, but somewhere along the way, we as parents, grandparents, or other caretakers of children, we still need to be inserting some education into their lives and not just let them play all summer, correct?
That's right, and we have a year-round calendar at GLA. We don't follow the regular traditional calendar. We open up mid-August and we close end of June. So they're only away from us 6 weeks in the summer. So what can I say to people who have them for 14 weeks? Your child is going to lose some of the information they gained last year. So it's up to you as a parent, because see, we cannot do it by ourselves, but it's up to you as a parent to help them make sure they read, go to the library, spend an hour a day making sure they do something instructional, and just play catch up. Don't try to teach them new things. Strengthen what they learned from the year before. And when you do that, and listen, if your school is giving away books, because a lot of them do, go get it. You know, and go to all these places. There are books, places out there. And listen, all the museums have summer programs for students, and some of them are free. They give you SEPTA tokens and all that to get your children. You know, it's wonderful for them to play.
To just let them be at home and be dumb.
It's not. And just be on the street and just, you know, and I know they want to be free. You can pick a time for them to be free. But, you know, when we travel, ours is not this is a school bus travel. This is not just on a vacation. You know, on the bus, they're actually journaling. They're writing about things. The movies they see are about what they're getting ready to go see, the history.
Excellent.
So
I love
that's
it.
What you want.
You're doing a great job. And before we completely run out of time, I got to take a moment to salute the lady who birthed you into this world.
They'll never leave her out.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Mrs. Audrey Johnson Thornton. She is the queen diva of Philadelphia, if you will. She is the brainchild, the visionary behind the historic Belmont Mansion in Fairmount Park. When she first took over that place, it was so-so.
It's terrible.
Your mother made it fabulous. She's got all kinds of expansion projects that have been completed under her leadership and vision. And I went out there right around time for Jerry Mondesire's surprise birthday party we did a couple years ago. And I hadn't been there for a minute. I was like, whoa. I went in, it was fabulous. So hats off to your mom. We love you, Miss Audrey. We love you. We want you to feel better so we can see you back out at the mansion.
Oh, glad you said that, because you know what she is. She's 91 years old, but still kicking.
Bless her.
And I always said I wanted to grow up and be just like her.
She's the hat lady in Philadelphia, too.
Yes,
Thank you so much. I love you so much. All right. That's it for us. We got to get out of here and make way for the next great show coming your way on LaSalle TV. Keep your dial locked where it is. And remember that life is fragile. Handle it with prayer.